Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason, and I am that modern Norseman, aka Chug Norris. Today we're going to find out what happens in Little Book Chapter 7 from Jim Beam. If you're not very familiar with these, it's a Jim Beam product. They typically can be hit and miss, depending on the release. But we're going to find out about this one. What's it comprised of? It's actually titled In Retrospect. I think it's fitting. So let's talk about it. Watch some B-roll while I discuss. Now what's in this blend is a 4-year, a 9-year, a 17-year, and an 18-year Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, as well as a 4-year and a 10-year Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. They also threw in a 5-year straight malt whiskey that was finished in apple wood smoked barrels. So we're going to give this one a taste. We're going to nose it, let you know what I think about it. Is it worth the price? Is it worth hunting? All those kinds of things that everyone wants to know. So we got it poured up in the Whiskey Riffs Lounge from Kelsey Dime. He's a part of the Hello Again Whiskey Friends YouTube channel. And if you're not subscribed to them, please go do so. They put out really good content. Awesome guys over there. Get a close up of that. It's a really good color. Nice dark amber. We'll swirl it around a little bit. I'll also give you a close-up of the bottle and the box if you enjoy, the presentation of whiskey as well. I enjoy it. Do I mind, spending a little bit more on it for the presentation? No, not so much. I get it, but here is the box. All right, you saw it in the B-roll. And just says Little Book down the side there. Set it over here. Now close up of the bottle itself. A little neck tag there that tells you everything that's in it as well. So get that back in frame. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes. All right. I've had some of this already, and the reason why, Kelsey gave me a sample of this, and when I tried it, on the nose at first, I was like, I'm not so sure about this. It was real, and don't get me wrong, I like a peanut note, I like peanut butter, things like that, but it was really, really peanut forward for me on fresh crack. So anyway, the second, third time I went back to nosing it, it got better. Same thing on the palate. The first time, real peanut heavy. Now as it sat with some air, it was different. So this one is sat with some air. We've got some good oak there, some good baking spices, kind of like what a rick house, I would imagine, haven't been to one yet, I'm going to one, would smell like. You definitely can pick up on that well-aged oak. Some spices, some baking spices, and some sweetness there. That's about it, typical caramel. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Some good sweet oak, some baking spices, some caramel. We're going for a sip. Skål. Okay. It's definitely much better than the first time I tried it. Again, the first time I tried it, on the first sip, I was like, I don't know. Second sip, I was like, okay. Third sip, after giving a little bit of air, I was like, okay.
Okay.
All right, now we're talking. So, really good mouthfeel, nice and oily, viscous. You definitely pick up on that well-aged oak. It's not bitter, not tannic, nice and sweet. Going for another sip. Skull. Cherry. Get some cherry there. Caramel. You do get some of those baking spices on the finish. That oak presence really starts to push through on that finish. It's a long finish. The finish just keeps going. It is not peanut forward as some Jim Beam products, you come across. This is the first little book that I've bought. It showed up in my area, and I only bought it simply because of me having tried it ahead of time. It's about $150 MSRP. And would I have taken a chance on that without trying it first? No, I wouldn't, because they've just been hit and miss, right? The same thing, like I said, some Booker's, it's $100 now. I don't buy Booker's because it's hit and miss. It's younger aged whiskey in the bottle, and sometimes it comes off really sharp and young, hot. So that's just not, I've just stopped buying them without trying them, or stopped buying them, without trying them first. So the proof on this is 118.1, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't see it. Couldn't find it to double check that, but correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe it's around 118 proof. I like it. I'm digging it. We're going for another sip. That finish is still kind of lingering. That oak is still there. Skull. And man, it's well balanced. It gets better every time you go back to it. Well balanced. I didn't mind paying $150 for it. Is it backup worthy for me at that price? No, it's not. I would prefer it to be closer to 100, in my opinion. Maybe 125 at the most. I get the higher age stuff. I get all that, and the market that things are in now. But in my opinion, this is where Booker's, where that price point should lie, around those hitter bottles of Country Ham. Almost said Kentucky Ham. Country Ham. Those bottles, just really, really good hitter bottles from Booker's. That's where it should fall. Around that 100. Booker's should not be 100. This in that 100, 125 at most is where it should be. I'm not mad, and I can't be mad because I went and spent $150 on it after trying it. So for me, it was worth it at that price point. However, is it truly worth $150? No, it needs to be closer to that $125 or even $100 range. But if you like Jim Beam, some Knob Creek, or anything else Heaven Hill that has a nutty profile to it, there's a hint, right, of this nuttiness there, but it's in the background. The oak shines, the citrus or the spice that shines, the sweetness shines. There's a good balance there, and the finish just keeps going for days. But if you've had it and you like it, or if you don't like it, let me hear about it. Give me your thoughts. Is this one you're looking for? Do you typically like these? Is it hit and miss for you? So anyway, I think it's a good buy, depending on your budget. I'm happy with it. So I really enjoy it. I tell you, Chapter 7's is kind of a cliffhanger for me. I'm looking forward to an 8 now. I haven't tried a whole lot of these, but I really enjoy this one. So I now look forward to what 8 has to offer, and hopefully I could try it and then decide about buying it. But it's really good. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've got some use out of this. If you did, like, share, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, but it helps the channel out a whole lot. I enjoy hanging out with y'all. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Love y'all. Skull.